Hi there, and welcome back to Goonies World. I am Johnny Farrow, also known as Sean, and with me, as always, is Meanie, also known as Ryan.
Well, hello, lots.
And of course, we have Lunicorn, also known as Lynn.
Yarg, hidey-ho!
And of course, we also have Goonie, because it couldn't be Goonies World without Goonie, also known as Colin.
Hello. Why are you guys speaking so weird?
We're pirates, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Don't forget.
I thought we were just getting together to talk as friends.
There's no friendship outside of that game.
That's right. I don't even know you guys.
I don't think I'd... what scares me sometimes is, would we ever speak again if we stopped playing games, you know? That's like all we've really done together, except for me and Ryan have done some music together.
The glue that holds us together.
Yeah, it's the glue that holds us together.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we are tonight playing Pirate Borg again. And, hey, we're not going to give you a recap. You either just listened to it or it's only been a week. So we're going to jump right in. So it's almost evening, though, by the time you guys finally leave the Green Kraken Tavern and decide to check out the old lighthouse, where supposedly, you know, there's some treasure that this old lighthouse keeper Cornelius squirreled away before he went crazy when his daughter ran away and smashed the light and jumped out to his death on the rocks below. Now, the weather has changed up, too, over the course of the day. Remember, it was drizzling ash. But let's see what happens with the weather now. Somebody want to go ahead and roll 2d6 for me and add them together? And let's let the weather in the hand of random chaos.
No. 8.
8. Well, the weather does take a turn, and it gets very calm. In fact, almost a pregnant calm when you walk outside, almost like the calm before a much more terrible storm. But it lights up a little bit just at the edge of day, you know, when the sun's down at the edge of the earth, so it's kind of hitting horizontally, and it's shining up below the clouds, right, almost. This look all blood red and gray up above you, and the lighthouse is silhouetted against that. You can see why it's condemned. It's about 100 yards past the edge of town on a road that's going up. Obviously, the interior of the island is much higher elevation, and you're kind of going up around the edge of the island above the flat portion where they made the town and the docks. And indeed, it's tinkering right on the edge. There's a little promontory and a little lighthouse keeper's house with the tower up next to it. Looks like it's 3 or 4 stories. It's not lit up right now, although you've heard that sometimes it does light up, and it could still be haunted. As you get closer in the waning light, you can see that indeed there is a proclamation on the door. I'll print it up, too. There's a printing press somewhere in town. It has a governor's seal on it that says the building's condemned, and is not safe to enter, and is closed by order of the governor. But obviously there's not security cameras or guards or anything like that. You are within sight of town, but it is dusk, and does this seem like the kind of town that's really concerned about law and order to you?
Nah.
No. But anyway, that's what you see before you. It's all yours. Although you look up, you know, the lighthouse seems a lot taller the closer you get to it, right? But before you can get into the tower itself, like I say, it's abutted against the lighthouse keeper's house. That's where the door, the proclamation is. And of course there's a few windows. And I'll leave you guys to it. You're the seasoned adventurers.
So he didn't live in the lighthouse? He lived in the house?
No, the lighthouse keeper who killed himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them don't live in the lighthouse itself, but the tower is connected to the house. You know, the house is down below, and on the side of it, you know, it's just the house is built right up, butt up next to the tower, right? So you can get to the tower from within the house. Yeah, so he comes downstairs to live his life and goes upstairs to do his work. Or he did.
I don't know why I always pictured like a lighthouse keeper, like the little tiny bed up on the top of the lighthouse.
A lot of them might have. I imagine they had to put a cot up there, a book. Plenty of, no problem reading, plenty of light. Yeah. Or there's a radio station up there, like in the fog, where Adrian Barbeau keeps you entertained throughout the night, with you not being stalked and killed. But now it's very calm and quiet. You can hear, of course, the sounds from the town behind it, below you. Other than that, you feel fairly private and safe up here. How do you want to get in? All kinds of ways, really.
Well, I'll just kick this door open.
All right, you want to give it a nice hard kick?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Go for it, Fairfax. Rear back and give it the boot. Let's have a strength test with a 12 required.
No.
Well, maybe you kind of crack the door jamb a little bit. Ooh, man, that's solid. There's a good solid lock on there.
Well, this might be a job for a lady.
Yeah. Let's see if our lady like Pete can. His bilge-smelling foot swings towards the door.
Oh, fuck. 11. So I'm imagining that it looks like it might open, but it just
for a
not
second
quite.
there. Man, that fine lock they've got on there just sticks.
Perhaps a real lady ought to take a stab at it.
Yeah, I don't know. Hell, I want to give it a try.
I don't know what's going on.
Yar.
First of all, Lynn, no one can see your face, which it helps to see your face. That's right. Okay. Lady, you want to try to kick the door open?
I do.
Lady. You're not lady. Hella, you want to try to
Hella.
kick the door open? Hella, let's kick that door open. See if you can do it.
13?
Well, that's more than 12, and that's good. So finally, now of course there's a nice loud crack. And door pops off the door. The lock falls broken below you. You guys were so happy about having lock picks, And
Oh, shit.
yeah, but hey,
It's more fun.
Oh, I thought the lock was on the inside.
it's piratey
I didn't even think of it.
Yeah, it's certainly piratey to kick doors open, but you have to kick it a couple times, right? Now, inside you can see what the big single-room cabin, basically, that must have once been the keeper's quarters. There's dust all over a lot of the surfaces, but you notice there's not a lot of dust on the floor. In fact, many of the floorboards have in fact been pried up. There's a fireplace in one corner. You see a lot of bricks have been removed from the fireplace in a few spots. Some of the plaster work that had been put up on the inside of the walls have been chipped away in a few places. Perhaps there have been others here before, looking for whatever treasure.
Treasure hunters,
Yeah. However, the dinner table's there. There are 2 beds in here, and one of them's covered with dust, but the other one actually looks like it might have been recently used, and there's a terrible whiff coming from it. It's not quite as noticeable because there's a similar whiff coming from your friend Pete, because that's just his it's just a trait that he has. Apparently someone who shares that trait has been in one of the 2 beds in here recently. There's also a cast iron stove and a kitchen, like a little kitchenette really, in one corner with some ruined utensils on it. In an emergency you could grab one of these knives and use them, but you wouldn't want to carry one around with you. The cast iron stove looks nice. There's a chimney there too, and it's got a little door on the stove itself, right? You have to open the little iron door and put the fuel in, whatever you're going to burn, probably coal in this case.
Well,
And there's also some steps in here leading down to what might be a basement, and a door that probably leads into the base of the tower. So that's what you see. Anything you want to check out here before you go any further?
well, if there's anything left to find, we're gonna have to be more clever than the other people that came through here, I think. But I'm gonna look at this stove.
Well, and I think Lady would too, because he's obviously cooking is his kind of thing. So
Yeah.
Well, I once heard a story about a lad that was looking for gold. He had a very special compass that was supposed to point to a treasure. And when he followed the compass, it just led him down to the bottom of the sea, where the sea took him. And in the end, as he was dying, he realized that the true treasure was his crew all along.
Well, he went down to Davy Jones' locker alone then. Hey, that's no good at all.
It's true.
My, what an interesting and reasonably lengthed story that was. Very nice. Yes, very nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Could have been a little shorter.
Well, it actually looks like this. Even though there have been people in this cabin recently, you can tell. It looks like the stove itself hadn't been used in years. When you open up, the little, what'd you call that? Little grill, to shovel in your coal or your little sticks of wood for a fire.
When you said little grill, the first thing that popped into my head, you mean a George Foreman grill?
Yes, there's a George Foreman grill in the corner. It's, the Buccaneers used to. The phrase Buccaneer actually comes from a type of like barbecue pit or something.
A bucking,
process.
Indeed.
Yeah, a bucking. So these are Foreman ears.
This one's all electric.
Right. Electric pirate. How's that not a game? Probably is.
There's an electric Bastion system.
That's true. Yeah. There is something laying in the ash, though, in the stove. If you want to reach in and fish it out.
Yar.
Looks like. Oh, you found a purple crystal. That purple crystal's got to be worth 150 shillings.
Oh, my goodness.
What? Oh, there's also a bag in there. There's also a bag. Take out the little purse, really. Oh, you look inside, and counterfeit is like 37 more. We'll call it. So they're like letter S. It probably doesn't mean shillings. It probably means silver. Generic currency. But that's a lot. Hey, you didn't even do anything. Look what you found.
It's all mine now. I said it first.
We'll be splitting that up, matey.
Well, if we were
I'll tell you a story once about a pirate that was too stingy to split the treasure with his mates.
Don't tell him any stories. I'll give you all the money you want. Just don't tell another story.
Your story is suddenly interrupted as the door to the base of the tower smashes open and two fairly burly pirates wearing leather jacks rush into the room to attack you from surprise. Go ahead and roll a d6. We're going to make Lynn do it again. If it's a 1 through 3, these sudden enemies will go first. Looks like you're not the only ones here.
5.
They've heard you, while you're trying to kick through the door and went and hid in that room. And so you guys are going to go first, though. There are two big ones. One we'll call one 2-Bit, and we'll call the other one Dirty Steve. With apologies to S.E. Hinton. Yeah. They do not look like Emilio Estevez and a young Tom Cruise either. They're full-on pirates. They do have tier 1 armor like you, though, so don't let me forget that. And they have sabers. So you guys get to go first, and if you guys want me to call on you randomly, or do you want to do the individual initiative option that comes with this game?
Let's do random.
Yeah, I don't care.
Random meaning I just call out? Okay.
Yeah, I like random.
All right, then you'll go last, and Ryan will go first.
Fair enough. Well, Lady's going to pull out his musket and blast it at one of these, at the one that doesn't look like Emilio Estevez.
All right, and you're still at range, so you can do this. Technically, you can't use it as a musket in melee, but you can always use it as a club, though, for D6 if you need to. But you got time to blast him as he charges across the room at shatteringly close range. Did you hit him?
Let's see. That is...
we're adding presence.
Presence, yes. Correct. Oh, yes. Ow, absolutely. 18.
Oh, my goodness. Let's roll some damage for that. You hear 2-Bit cry out.
10.
All right. Oh, 10. Oh, my goodness. He staggers back. Would you say the one that looked not like Emilio Estevez?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I assume was actually both of them. I was just trying to be funny.
No, Dirty Steve staggers backwards and collapses on the floor, the giant hole in the middle of his chest. Oh, wait. Hang on. Well, it actually wouldn't matter, even with his armor. Even assuming he soaked all 2, his armor's probably pretty useless, too. Well, meanwhile, at that point, I don't want to cheat anyone of a kill, but we're going to check some morale for for our good friend 2-Bit. And, yeah, he's heading right for the door unless somebody wants to stop him, stab him in the back, or shoot him as he turns to run. What do you want to do anything, Fairfax?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, shit, he says, and he turns him.
Yeah, I will lodge my boring axe into his back.
Oh, okay, well.
And that will be a 19.
Oh, my
hit,
goodness.
And, 5 damage.
Okay. Well, he's going to take 3 of those damage and keep staggering towards the door. Anything that you're going to do about that? Hella?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Use my knife, knave.
Rushing up after him with her little knives swinging.
All right, well, that's okay. Let me... So I missed the first one. I might be able to hit the second one. If I had hit the first one, it would be auto hit on the second.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, yes. And I got a 17 plus 1, which is 18.
Okay.
So at least the second one. At least one of them hit.
Let's have that big fat D4
Oh.
for your damage.
I thought it was D6.
No, not for your little knife. I just listened to the last episode. We looked it up.
Okay.
So, yeah.
3.
Okay, and, well, he'll soak 2 of that and take 1. And it's his turn, but he gets to the door, but he turns before he opens it, and he says, I invoke the ancient right of Parley.
Oh, you sneaky bastard. Well, we have to agree to it.
So we fought and we lost. Then I'll tell you, we're going to leave anyway. The place is haunted. I tell you, haunted. I can hear it upstairs. We're starting to go up there. My blood. We were on our way back down. I promise. And then we heard you coming in, and we thought, well, maybe we could knock them out and take whatever they've got. Obviously, it didn't work out. Look, you can have whatever I have, and he dumps a random thing on the floor that you can look at later. And but just let me go, please.
Wait just a minute now. Now how do you know it's haunted?
Because we heard it. The he said a woman's voice, like a German, Famke, I believe it was. I don't know what that is. Dutch. Famke cried. I heard it from up there where they say old Cornelius broke the light. But I don't know much about it. Look, anyway, you let me go, and I'll put in a good word for you with Weirdbeard. He and I are like this, he said, with his fingers up together.
Well, I don't know if I believe him.
I don't believe him for a second. But he did invoke Parley.
It's a pirate's code.
Yeah, well, that just means we hear you out, but the ultimate decision on whether to let you go or kill you remains to be seen. We'll discuss, and I decided you're gonna die, and I'm gonna slit his throat.
All right, we're okay. You must not have eaten, man. You're cool. I can't remember if we ate at the tavern or not, but anyway, you're gonna go ahead and kill him. Go ahead, roll to attack him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's only a 2.
He goes, and he tries to open the door behind him and run out. Anybody else want to stop him?
Slippery bastard.
I don't think. Well, Lady hasn't reloaded his gun yet.
Oh, that's right. Even though it only takes him 1, that's true. All right. Well,
I could try
I could see 2-Bit getting away into the night.
shot.
Well, if you want to go for it, if you want to shoot at him.
I'm not going to do very well.
Well, and I don't really want him to live, but I also want to use the modifiers that are suggested in such a slim system. And it's dark, and he's running away into the dusk, so instead of a 12, you'll need a 14. I'll make it even harder.
Oh. Yeah, there's not much chance of this, but
it's not like he's a key guy who has to
course,
live.
I guess I could go after him with the knives again. I have
just shoot him. What are you afraid of?
Okay.
All right. Jeez, a little drama.
Nah.
All right.
Now I got a -3 on presence.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
Well, now I guess if you guys really want to chase him down and
Nah, I don't even care. Let him go.
Well, the problem is that if he's really that tight with Weirdbeard, it might cause a problem for us later. But that's great for storytelling.
Yeah. Your instincts that he's probably not tight with Weirdbeard are accurate. Might he have some in the organization somewhere? Maybe, but yeah. He's probably not going to come back to bother you. Meanwhile, though, he did throw down, his random thing that you would have gotten if you killed him and looted his body. So, if you don't mind, go ahead and roll him percentiles. Let's have Ryan do it this time and see what that guy had on him. And then don't forget about Dirty Steve's body as well. In fact, if a second person wants to roll for what's on Dirty Steve's body.
39.
Well, 2-bit threw down a parrot feather. It's great. It gives you +1 devil's luck each dawn, though. And you can use a point of Devil's Luck to deal max damage with one attack, or re-roll any die roll, or a couple other things, which are on the very last page of the PDF if you want to check it out. But mostly the big ones are do max damage or re-roll something. So that's great, a nice feather. And how about who else rolled for Dirty Steve? What did Dirty Steve have on him?
I rolled a 43.
Well, he had a deck of playing cards, and hey, you'll love this. The queens are saucy mermaids.
Oh,
It fits right in with it gives you a whole artistic idea now,
Nice.
Yeah.
lucky cards. Yeah.
Lucky cards, yeah.
I knew a story once about a guy that had a deck of lucky cards, and it turned out they weren't so lucky after all. I'd be careful if I were you, matey.
Well, way to ruin the moment.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay. Well, now you find yourself in the room. You found some. Maybe the hidden stuff inside the stove was, the only hidden treasure that anyone really had. That's not insubstantial, that amount, but it's not the kind of amount you'd want to get into piracy for. And even a nice outfit costs $250. You probably want more than what you found here in the stove. Maybe everybody else is looking too hard over the years.
Well,
but there's a lot more of this place left to explore. I'll remind you got stairs going down to a lower level, and then you've also got the doorway to the tower itself, which these two jackasses just burst out of.
I'm going to check the chimney, see if somebody stuffed something up in there.
No, that's a good idea. You stick your hand up in there. You reach around as far as you can. And then suddenly there's a squealing sound, and roll a d6 to see if you can go before this rat that's run down the chimney. It's a chimney rat.
I rolled a 3.
Oh, no, then the chimney rat tries to bite you. Go ahead and make a defense roll, agility, to get better than a 12 so you can yank your hand out of the way before you get bit by this chimney rat.
14.
Oh, there you go. Well, the chimney rat falls down onto the bottom of the chimney and rushes out into the middle of the room. It doesn't look like it decides to attack anybody, though. It's going straight for the open door. If anyone wants to step on it and smash it, they can make a strength test real quick. Otherwise, you can just let the rat go. And luckily, he didn't bite you, because those rats, those chimney rats, and bilge rats, they can all be infected.
I'll stomp him.
Oh, you're going to try to stomp him? Okay.
I am.
All right.
Oh, 19.
Well, there you go. Go ahead and roll a d6 for your stomp. If you can get more than... Why am I even bothering having you do this? It has 1 HP.
Okay. I got a 4.
Okay. That being said, your character certainly would not have forgotten that there's a curse on the island, and anything that dies will rise again the next day. So between now and morning, somebody might want to nail down Dirty Steve, who's lying on the floor in here. Otherwise, he'll be up looking for revenge tomorrow. And this smashed rat will be crawling off. But if you can, dismember it, maybe,
Yeah, that's a good
Let's chop him to bits.
point, though, because I'm wondering, are they more dangerous? It was the guy that got away. Is he more dangerous, dead or alive? Maybe it's a good thing that he's alive, that he got away.
Maybe. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. Although, seriously, I did make it hard to hit him, but not because I gave a shit about 2-bit. I would have been happy, just as happy to see his head explode. But it's how games work. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to go talk shit about you now. Or they killed Dirty Steve. They ganged up on us, and it surprised us, jumped out at us. He's telling a story right now. No one's listening to him because they know him, but, you know. Anyway, suddenly the whole building creaks a little bit. And then it stops. As if on cue, you can hear the surf pounding down below on the rocks.
Maybe it's time we go down the stairs and look what's down there.
Gonna check out that lower level. All right.
Should we nail down Dirty Steve first?
Well,
I'll say you probably. Well, there are some nails in here, by the way, and a few simple tools. There's also a few lanterns, which you should probably go ahead and light because dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead? If you want to take a few minutes and nail them down to the floorboards now, that
while we're here, yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. Well, I said there's stairs going down. Did you say you want to go down there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yar.
Well, there's a door at the bottom of the stairs, like a cellar door. It's locked.
Okay. Now, lockpicks.
All right. Out come the lockpicks, and I think you're not. I think Pete also has some lockpicks.
Yeah.
I do, but I do not have agility.
Yeah, I got a +2.
I assume that's what lockpicks would be.
Yeah, lockpicks. That's what they are. But you can always roll high. But speaking of rolling high, Fairfax, how'd you do with those lockpicks? You need a 12 to standard lock. Let's see if you can open that.
No, I didn't.
Not only do you not get it, you also realize that this lock, maybe this is why you didn't get it, this is a new lock. This isn't like the simple lock they had upstairs on the other door. Someone has installed this lock to the cellar recently. It's not, the metal on it isn't worn yet, it's not discolored. The shiny brass is still there. So a new lock. That doesn't mean that Ryan can't try, or you can change circumstances, or just start trying to kick the door down. But it's certainly interesting.
Well, you should at least give it a try.
Well,
it's better if you don't try.
I mean, I got these lockpicks. I might as well use them at least once.
That's right.
Right, yeah.
You never roll a 20.
But I rolled a 4.
Oh, well.
That's worse than me.
All right. Well, finesse doesn't seem to be doing the trick in opening these locks. Unless you want to maybe someone wants to lend their lockpick to Hella, see if she wants to try it. You've all tried to kick down a door. Maybe you'd all try to pick it now. You want to give it a try, Hella?
How's their agility?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see how her agility is. And
16.
oh well, it didn't seem as hard as they were making it out.
Give me those back now.
You boys. You don't know what you're doing with your lockpicks. I knew a guy once.
Oh yeah. We'll take time for that story yet, but
He opened the door to Davy's locker, and we know the story.
well, at least you don't damage that lovely new lock somebody put on this door recently in this old, supposedly abandoned, lighthouse. It's pretty dark now. Who's holding the light? It can't be Lynn, and it can't be Ryan. Not if he wants to use a musket. So it's got to be. Now you got a two-handed axe. So, hey, you know what? You have to walk in and set the lantern down on something, real quick. So, carrying the flickering lantern light, when the door opens, you can see a good-sized cellar. It's about half the size of the first floor above you. There are crates and barrels in here, and shelves, jars. There's a cage in here, in the middle of the floor. Here, and there are steps leading up to a cellar door in the back of the house that you can tell that's what it is. It's one of those tilted cellar doors that they could bring things in. It's chained from the inside here so that no one could open it from out there. And then, as I say, the shelf with all the jars on it. These are all points of interest within the room.
Can we... well, what... Is there anything in the cage?
When you guys go up and look at the cage more closely, it's big enough for a person, but they couldn't stand up and walk around in it. You know, they would. It's about the size of like a kennel for a large dog. And but whatever has been kept in this cage look like they also required manacles, because there are manacles hanging over the wire, one part of the top of the cage. There's no one in it, but the manacles themselves have got dried blood all over them, and there's some sticky dried blood, but still sticky, in the pooling up in the middle of the cage itself. But there's no one in it. But you've seen enough blood to know that's just within the last, 12 hours or so at most. And someone's definitely been down here recently.
I thought maybe this was for, like, slave trading. Maybe they put a slave in here at one time. Something happened. I was going to grab some manacles, because I traded my other ones, but these are nasty ones. I don't want them.
Okay.
Well, let's look in these jars.
There, most of the jars, in fact, are empty. There are some extremely, extremely old pickled eggs, in a few of the jars. Most of them are empty. What you realize, though, if the shelf is an open backed shelf, and it doesn't take you long to realize there's actually the outline of a door behind the shelf. The shelf has been pushed up in front of a door. Now, you could just knock the shelf down real easily. If you wanted, I can't think why you'd want to do it quietly or without breaking things. But if you realize how it would be so tricky to pick up the whole shelf and move it without all the glass, jars falling off and breaking. But if you don't give a shit, then you can just knock it over.
I want to push the jars off one at a time.
Okay.
Because I like to break stuff.
Going to have to rename your nickname to Cat.
Yeah.
That's right. 4 minutes later, you have a pile of... You can kick the broken shards out of the glass out of the way and move the shelf, which is surprisingly light and flimsy. And, you guys have already been made plenty of noise around here, so it doesn't matter. And what do you know? That door is also locked. Also with a very nice new lock on it. Recently installed and recently used.
Okay, now, lock. I'm gonna get you this time. Oh, no, that's, nope. Gosh.
No? Alright. How about anybody else? Let's share out those lockpicks and see if we can do it.
Well, we may as well just have Hella just do it all the time, because she's the only one who can open any fucking doors.
Apparently.
I only got an 11.
Well, not this time.
Oh, well, fine. I can't do it either. We're fucked.
Alright. It's time to start kicking the door open if you want it open. Or if you got like a crowbar or a tool, or you can give it a kick. Alright, strength. Let's see if agility. If no one can do it with agility, let's see if strength does the trick.
18.
Hey, boom. Alright. That door...
I'm hella
breaks,
strong.
in fact. Well, the hinges breaks, in fact. It'd be kind of hard to hide that. But, yeah, there are some very narrow, curvy stairs going down. They're curved because they're following some rock that they just couldn't, some bedrock type rock that this whole promontory is based on, right? But there's also quite a few cracks in the walls and moisture. And the stairs are going down curving, so you can't see exactly what's at the bottom of them. I assume you'll go down them because that's what people do. But
Well, yeah. Is it, is this single file, or?
yeah, it'd be definitely a single file type situation. And I'll assume you're still holding the light, but you'll have to put it down, before you swing that axe if you need to.
Yeah, I guess I will go first.
Okay. The stairs are very well worn, even though people have obviously been through this door recently. these stairs have been here for a very long time. They're almost worn down to where they're slippery. You have to be really careful. But the room that it leads down to is literally carved right into the rock. I mean, the walls are stone. And there's a strange sigil on the floor. It's looks like a diamond superimposed on a square inside a circle, so it looks like there's points coming off of it all over. It's not exactly a pentagram, but it's unnerving. And there's 8 black wax candles at all the points where the little star shapes are around the symbol on the floor. And the symbol, by the way, it's like carved into the floor, and it looks like it's been colored in with, first you think like, oh, red chalk, and then no, that's been filled in with blood.
Oh, and this looks like it could be the blood from the person with the cage that was sacrificial victim.
Well, yeah, no, there's nothing else in here. Everything's quiet. No, there's no billowing. If this is a Warhammer game, like immediately a demon would come out of that thing right this very second, but nothing like that.
Definitely some dark sorcery going on here.
I want to pull
That's
a
for
Sam
sure.
and Dean. I'm going to take my knife, one of my knives, and I'm going to scratch through and try to make a break in the symbol.
Okay. So I would say that you're molesting the symbol.
I'm molesting the symbol.
You're
yes.
if the symbol itself is molested, suddenly
Uh-oh.
the deeper shadows in the room seem to condense in the middle of the symbol, and the hair goes up on the backs of your necks. Everybody make presence tests for one thing. As a shadow of a pirate appears in the middle of the symbol. It looms up over you, and his eyes glow deep red. I see some failures out there. Who passed it?
Me.
Nobody?
I got it.
I critically failed, and I am thinking about using Devil's Luck.
You could use your devil's luck to try to... If you critically failed, then I would.
Okay.
You better,
and,
you
if you just...
molester.
If you just normal fail, then,
Right.
anyone who wants to use devil's luck, use it now.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think Ryan is. I think he's a...
Well, I rolled a 2.
Yeah. You have your choice. You can re-roll it with your devil's luck point from your feather, or you can go ahead and suffer the consequences of it, which are your choice of cowering in abject fear and begging for your life, or running and getting as far away as you can. Which do you choose, Pete? Neither one is very attractive. Although one of them keeps you here.
I think, but I think that he would probably realistically try to run and get as far away from the thing that's scaring him as he can.
I think it's funny, too, to have you just take off. Plus, you're disloyal. What do you give a fuck about these guys?
Yeah, well, and I think also in his just chaos brain, get the fuck away, fight or flight wins, right? He's just going to flee to the actual lighthouse.
That's what I was thinking. It'd be funnier to start up into the lighthouse, right? And it makes perfect sense. Let's run away to the top of the lighthouse. Yeah. So okay, Pete screams unmanfully and dashes back up those stairs so fast. And what are you doing, Hella? You've also failed, you re-rolled it.
I re-rolled it, and I failed it again, but I didn't critically fail.
Critically. Okay, you have the same choice to cower and beg for mercy, completely humiliated, probably wetting your pants, you completely discombobulated, or run screaming.
Run screaming.
All right, you two take off. Are you running following him, or are you
yes.
going in another crazy direction? All right. Okay.
Let's get out of here, yar!
Scooby-Doo.
You guys charge up the stairs, and leaving Fairfax down below with the shadow demon that has appeared in the middle of the portal. Its eyes are like a little star, distant red giant star, distant little Beetlejuices. Otherwise, he's just like the shape, the silhouette of a huge pirate, And it reaches its claws out to you. If you want to try to fight this thing, roll a d6. If you want to run away,
Parley?
go. How do you want to say that specifically?
I invoke the ancient rite of Parley.
Well, its claw had been coming out, and it draws back just for a moment.
Didn't think that would work.
And it's weird. It's you can hear its breath, but you can actually hear it from like within your own head. And you're still scared. You're just not completely freaked out. You have this weird feeling that the next words that come out of your mouth better be brilliant.
Whoa! In that case, I should probably just run. But it wasn't me who molested the signal. It
Pay with blood, willing or no.
Okay. I can get you some blood. It might take.
That's what
might take you a little
You get
bit.
the feeling you've got to cut yourself, and bleed into the place where she.
Can it be someone else's blood?
Blood is blood.
Okay. Now, how much blood are we talking? I can spare a little.
You've got to drop 4 HP of blood into it voluntarily. I mean, somebody's got to cut themselves for 4 HP. 10. 9.
I'm looking. How much do I?
8.
Only have 4 HP. So
7. Yeah, I don't think a scar would be. I wouldn't trigger a scar on that. But
no.
He starts counting down.
I will pretend like I'm going to start cutting myself, and then I will turn and run.
Okay. Hey, you wait! And you're like back up the stairs. Meanwhile, while he's having that conversation, you two had charged up and charged right into the bottom room of the tower, right? Where he was, and you're able to slam the door behind you, and at least then you have enough to send you can like stop, breathe, give each other looks like what the hell. You don't hear Fairfax screaming or anything from the basement, so he's either been killed instantly or he's figured out something else. But I imagine you can take a quick look around this room while you're in here. Now the tower itself looms overhead. Above you, there's some steps wrapping around the inside of it going up. There's another level or two, but they're pretty high above you. There's and most of the stairs are pretty rotten too. You're not sure how stable they are. Plenty of cobwebs in here. There's a cot in one corner, obviously not used. There's a broken chair that's been set on fire in the middle of the room for some reason long ago. There's an old wooden desk, a roll-top desk that's rolled down, and like I said, those creaky wooden stairs. Man, that's what you guys see in here. You can keep running, but I'll just tell you what you see as you go by. You're not completely panicked anymore. You're not ready to go back down into the basement. Hey, Daddy-O, you don't want to go down to the basement. There's something down there. So do you want to stop and look around this room while you're in here, while you're getting your wits about you? Or
Yar!
Or do you just comically tear all the way up to the top level as quick as you can?
Well, I'd probably stop to take a breath anyway.
Yeah, take a breath. Okay,
Do I catch up with them, or?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how long it would take for you to have that conversation you just had,
okay.
So I think you'll get here in a second. Well, they've just run up here. You're kind of starting your conversation, I think, with the shadow demon. You've invoked your right to parley, which was a very smart thing to do. I actually hadn't thought of doing that, and he totally would honor that. I mean, he's a pirate, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, you guys, you can look around here. Obviously, the rolled top desk screams for investigation. So I don't know who wants to get on that.
Love to start investigating. Valve, wait.
Well, if you're going to hide something in a desk, where would you put it? That's a good question. I assume you roll up, hey, well, rolling it up, pushing up the roll top of the desk, there's already a journal in there. It's kind of water damage, though. And since this is not a Call of Cthulhu game, I will not read you, a really, really, really long journal entry. But you'd think if you were to skim through this over the next 15 minutes or so, it's obviously the lighthouse keeper's journal, logbook. But by the time you skim that a little bit and look through the rest of the desk, there actually is one thing hidden in the desk. And Ryan, if you want to go ahead and roll percentiles for me while she is reading the book. It's just a
43.
A 43. Well, we know so many decks of playing cards with mermaids. So let's roll that again. We don't need any more saucy mermaid playing cards in this universe.
33.
It's a 33. Hey, guess what? It's a dead rat. Lovely. Okay.
Another one.
Yeah.
It's dead rats all over
that
the
one
place.
stayed dead. That's odd. Okay. Yeah. Well, anyway, the long and short of it is the journal just tells a sad tale of Cornelius Willem, a Dutch lighthouse keeper, and his daughter. It's his own story told in his own hand. 30 years ago or so, it was dated. And he got into so the pages are kind of breaking a little bit when you turn them. You got to be careful. He got into an argument with his daughter Famke over a boy. He was a sailmaker. And Willem wanted greater things for her. He wanted her to be part of the governor's court, maybe, And she was a very beautiful young woman. She fell in love with the sailmaker. Cornelius felt that the sailmaker would be too poor, and he refused to give her a dowry, to help the sailmaker and her get started in life. And their relationship soured, and she told him that she hated him, and she ran away, and he couldn't find her. It broke his heart, and he could find no relief. He searched for her for years, and traipsed all over the jungle. Never could find her anywhere. He looked everywhere except the town itself. And he became so sad that he said he was going to end it in this journal. And, of course, from what you've heard, he did. He smashed the light so it wouldn't function as a lighthouse anymore and jumped out into the surf below. It's just confirmation of that sad story.
He probably should have checked the town before he killed himself.
Well, there was a sailmaker in town. I mean, you guys remember there's like a shipwright and a sailmaker there and everything. But presumably, he just felt he didn't need to. Or somebody would have told him, right? They found their daughter, maybe. And he seems a little unhinged anyway. But they say he wishes he could be reconciled to her. He doesn't know how he can rest in eternity if he's not reconciled to his sweet, sweet Famke. Anyway, that's what you find. And then as you're wrapping up that story, and Pete's tossing away the dead rat he found, Fairfax walks into the room.
Runs.
Looking a little shaken, but it doesn't follow you out of the room, this thing. You're starting to get the sense it might not be able to leave that circle if rumors and stories you've heard about demonology are true.
Oh, well, you guys are lucky. Oh, I had to talk to that thing. It was pissed.
We have a great story to tell now, though, about how we met a pirate demon on an adventure and we vanquished him.
Well, I don't think we vanquished anything.
We're not dead, so we vanquished him.
Well, you guys weren't there to see. I gave him a good no, I ran away.
Did you talk to that thing?
Well, briefly, but I didn't get any good information. Wasn't that kind of conversation.
He's not a gifted conversationalist.
He wanted blood, and he wanted more than I had, so yeah. Maybe if we come back and give him some other blood, maybe we could talk to him. But he was impatient. He wanted blood right then and there.
Yeah, count down everything. Well, do you guys want to check out the rest of the tower, real quick, while you're here?
Yeah.
There's only about 2 more floors above you think. About midway up, there was. You guys call up those creaking stairs. If this were into the odd, this is where I'd have a luck roll to see if the stairs, crash. But as long as you're not jumping up and down on them, or fighting on them, you should be okay. You still got the flickering lantern light that's guiding you. And there's a small landing about halfway up the tower. It's open to the ground floor down below you, and there's no railing, so you have to be careful. There's a window here, though, that overlooks the sea. And you can just barely see it when the sort of sullen moonlight that does manage to get through the clouds every now and then hits the top of a wave, and you can definitely hear the sea down below you. At this point, it's a good 80 to 120 feet or so down to the rock. It would definitely kill you if you fell or jumped. There is an old chair right in front of that window, though, an old rocking chair. It still looks fairly solid. That's good old-fashioned craftsmanship, that is. It's facing the sea, looking out the window. And that's what you find in here. There's, Other than that, not much. You want to have a quick rest in the rocking chair? No one needs a short rest.
I don't think we're down anything, but I'm just wondering, I don't know if maybe that lighthouse keeper stood on the chair to jump out the window or something.
Maybe you should stand in the chair and lean out the window and see. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, and I'm going to assume that you guys, I will just ask them to tell me what they learned, and because I know they read that journal.
Yeah,
I will summarize the story of what was in the journal for him.
She does. 7.5 minutes later.
Not,
You
could tighten that up a little bit, but
do you feel tired while she's telling the story? Do you want to sit down in the rocking chair while she finishes the story?
Well, we all just ran for our lives and a little bit winded. But I don't know if I want to sit in there. What if the ghost, it will come into my body and then I'll be possessed?
You want to leave it behind? Okay, after you hear the story, no one sits in the chair. No one wants to sit in the chair. That the game master keeps saying, "Do you want to sit in the chair?"
Right.
There's a chair
The game
facing
master keeps trying to get us to sit in the chair. We're like, no.
Yeah.
I will rock it without sitting in it. Just see if that does anything.
It's a good rock, man. That'd be a comfortable chair if you were to sit in it, just the right angle for rocking. It's not even that important, you certainly don't need to sit in the chair. You're right to be suspicious of the chair and this place. It's actually getting very cold, too, I should add. Especially over the last 20 or 30 seconds. And more so than the open window would indicate. This is Caribbean, after all. Even though it's dark, it's still hotter than it should be. Or hotter than it is right now. Anyway, there's one more floor above you, the top of the tower, the upper part of the lighthouse. And quietly going up those stairs, you find the balcony up top. It's a striking view. You can see the lights of the town down below and to your left. And behind you, the mountainous interior just rises up. There's a jungle plateau up there beyond that. And beyond that, the old Spanish castle that has the ship, stuck on it. But you can't see that from your perspective now. But definitely have a view of the entire town. And you can see this actually at the edge of town, that same crowd of boys and idle young men. Their ranks have been swollen by about, 24 drunks. And they're not right up at the base of the tower, but they're all at the edge of town, sitting on barrels and logs, and watching the tower to see what happens. They know somebody's in there. They're waiting for, to see if you come back alive, apparently. And but no one's interfering. You can see them now, and they can see you as your little light pops up there, and you can hear some crying out in the distance. And
give them the bird.
Other than that, yeah. But the other thing, obviously, is the beacon is broken. It's, glass. There's shards still everywhere. No one ever came up to clean it up, even though it was so long ago. I imagine they'd be fairly brittle by now. And it's obvious that beacon was smashed with a hammer or something like that, a great big one. And a very strong sea breeze up here, too. And as you're up here, suddenly there's a swooping sound. You look up, something that looks like a cross between a seagull but with a bald vulture-like head swoops out at you into the through the windows. In fact, there are 4 of them as they come swarming in. Somebody roll a d6. Let's make Lynn do it so we can yell at her if it's roll a d6, Lynn. Don't roll a 1 through 3 or these nasty scavenging seagulls will come swooping in.
2.
They do. They swoop across and they. Oh yeah, you guys make defense rolls. I keep starting to make attack rolls for things. I don't have to. You have to make your defense rolls. It's agility. Otherwise, they're going to come in and claw your faces. They're no bigger than normal seagulls, but seagulls aren't small.
16.
Okay, that's good. Anyone get hit by it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Pete got out of the way, but Fairfax is tagged with a nasty beak as it flies by you. Go ahead and roll d4 for damage. And of
1.
course, you can reduce.
Oh, well,
hey, well,
okay.
you can. And your armor takes care of that, so no big deal. And you think that you're hoping they're gonna fly on out, but they don't. They turn around, they're flopping and fluttering around you guys. You're right here with them. You're gonna have to fight them. And so here they are. They're kind of hovering, trying to dart in and out, making a lot of noise with their feathers. Let's go ahead and start with Pete.
Well, are they... Can I shoot at them, or are they too close?
Yeah, they're 3-4 feet away. I think since it's kind of a bird and it's kind of above, I don't have a problem with... that makes sense to me in my mind in this particular situation.
Ooh, well, that'll be a dirty 22.
Okay, well, that's great. Go ahead and roll some damage on that.
7.
Oh, the thing just explodes in a chunk of blood and feathers and bits. And, of course, you can hear some exclamations from the peanut gallery a couple hundred yards away, but there's some action going on. How about Patty? What's Patty? You're not Patty anymore, brave Patty. How about Hella? What do you do?
All right.
There's still
I'm
3 of these nasty-ass scavenger seagulls.
Knifey stab.
Knifey. Leap over to it and rip your
Does a
knives out at
13
it.
hit?
Yes, it does. 12 hits.
Okay, excellent.
Good.
Then that means both of them hit.
So, stab.
Stab. 2 and 2. 4.
4 total. Oh, you slice that thing in 2 pieces. And the breast falls down to the ground. The rest of it, the ass part and one of the wings flips around the room a few times. And then I'm going to morale these things. And they fly off.
Shoo!
Before, there's half of them are gone. They're taken off. Anyway, other than that, there's this has been exposed to the elements up here for a long time, and however, I said earlier you had the feeling that maybe that thing couldn't get out of the circle. It's usually true that in a bound circle that has not been tampered with, or that can keep a demon in. I said it was getting colder earlier. It got colder in the last few seconds. And then when you glance back at the stairs, the shadowy shape of the shadow demon is coming up the stairs towards your... It's in between you. That's it. You're trapped up here in the very top. It's blood. Roll a d6. Had you not... It would have been just fine in there if you hadn't broken the thing. All right, so... anyway... the measure I shall take shall now be doubled, it says, whatever you think that means. And so, Lynn, roll a d6. Don't roll a 1 through 3, where it's your fault.
4.
Oh, hey, well, you guys are good to go first.
I don't know how much
You
that helps.
don't need magical weapons to hit this thing, by the way. But it does have kind of... like a what they call immaterial armor, where it kind of gets to reduce some of it because of that. But anyway, it looks terrible though. I mean, also running or jumping into the water might also be something you need to do.
That window
but we'll see.
Looks pretty inviting right now.
It is statistically possible if you all roll high and you all hit to maybe it'll never get to attack at all. So we'll see. And this time I want you to roll a d6 and add your agility, and we'll go in that order.
Ooh. I have an 8.
Oh my.
4.
Three.
We go Fairfax, and then Pete, and then Hella. All right. So as this terrible shadow demon stalks up into the room, and it says it will require twice the measure of blood now.
You'll get nothing unlike it.
And that's what you say as you
Yes.
attack. Okay, you need a 12 to hit it.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, that's great. And you roll your damage.
Only 2 damage.
Okay, because it is immaterial, it will soak D4 of it, and I just soaked it. Or he just soaked it, the shadow demon. Meanwhile, Pete, you're far enough away from it, you have not closed in melee, you can still shoot at it.
Pete's going to ask, as he prepares to fire, does it have to be human blood?
I think you know the answer to that question.
I thought so. I just thought I'd ask because we've got these birds here. Oh, natural 20. Holy shit.
Oh, there you go. Natural 20 means that you, and this is exactly the kind of thing you need right now, that's double damage, and then we'll reduce its armor by 1 tier as well.
So just roll and then double it, or roll twice?
I think it's roll and double your roll.
All right.
Times 2 damage.
So that'll be 16.
All right. 16 is great. And also, it was down at the lowest. Well, it was not the lowest tier of armor. It had D4. Now it's insubstantial armor is reduced to a D2. However, man, this thing is really on its last legs. You're starting to flicker in and out. Hella, do you think you can dispatch this thing back to hell?
I can sure try.
Hella, send it to hell before it can hurt you all?
Will a 12 hit?
Yes, barely. Yeah, it's exactly what you need.
Excellent. That means I get 2 hits.
All right, you're going to need a...
We got a 3.
Don't let it go, or it can do...
2, so a total of 5.
All right. That's great. With a hiss and a whirl, it is dispatched for the moment. You hear it's just being dragged back to hell. It'll be back though in 100
See, I told you we had a new story. We vanquished that demon just like I said we would. Arr.
Here's what you all do know though. You don't know a lot about demonology, but demons can't appear without being summoned. They have to be purposely invited. You guys have seen enough of this warehouse, and enough of that, that was just a shadow, and it's kind of hard for those people on the beach to see, but they know some serious shit's gone down, right? And short of tearing the place up, you think maybe treasure being buried here, hidden here is a myth. All you know is somebody's been using that basement recently, right? You also know the governor has condemned the building and said no one's allowed to go into it. You have found a little bit of treasure, not a ton. So I'll leave you with that. You can ponder those things as you leave the place and slowly walk back towards Black Coral Bay in the evening. And we'll find out what happens next time.
Hey everyone, if you like this podcast, consider leaving us a good rating and or review, and subscribe to us wherever you can. We've got a YouTube channel and a Discord server, as well as merchandise available at TeePublic. Find our website at GooniesWorldPodcast.com. Email us at GooniesWorldPodcast@gmail.com. You can find all those links and more at Linktree/GooniesWorld. Thanks for listening.